I've said I initially thought the Chicago Sky were going to be terrible. But there's things I've seen that I like, frankly. I think Tyler Marsh, I think he's going to be a better coach. I think they're going to look more fluid on offense. I think
Listen up, because we're diving deep into a hoops saga that's got more twists than a soap opera and more spice than a Chicago deep dish pizza. Last year, a bold claim echoed across the basketball world. The surge in women's hoops wasn't just about one player lighting up the court. It was about two. Fast forward a year, and the question lingers like a defender trailing a fast break. Do those two still feel like they're carrying the torch? Well, before we could even get a proper answer, the press room went colder than a Lake Michigan winter. Next question, they said, shutting it down faster than a shot blocker swatting a layup.
I've done a couple of different videos on Angel Reese's new modified role in the offense that we found out she's going to have. They're going to play her more away from the basket.
So we're moving on, but not without unpacking the drama, the takes, and the sheer audacity of what's unfolding in the WNBA. Buckle up, because on our YouTube channel, we're about to dissect why the Chicago Sky is sparking headlines, why Angel Reese is catching flack from ESPN's crystal ball, and whether she's really fading or just dunking on the doubters' fragile egos. Let's set the scene. The Chicago Sky, once a team that felt like it was scraping by on grit and prayer, is suddenly looking like a squad with a pulse. New coach Tyler Marsh is out here drawing up plays like he's channeling Picasso with a dry erase board. And the offense is starting to flow smoother than a jazz riff on Michigan Avenue. Meanwhile, Stephanie White, coaching the Indiana Fever, is reportedly losing sleep over how to keep Angel Reese from owning the glass like it's her personal real estate. But hold up, ESPN, in their infinite wisdom, has decided to toss a Molotov cocktail into the narrative. They've got Angel Reese, the Bayou Barbie herself, pegged as a future benchwarmer.
They've been saying the reason people are watching women's basketball is not just because of one player, but because of you two. A year later, do you feel like you're
Next question.
Yeah, we'll move on. Thank you.
Yeah, you heard that right. The same Angel who turned rebounding into an art form, who dragged LSU to a national title, and who's been setting WNBA rookie records like it's her side hustle, is apparently destined to vanish faster than a foul call in a Caitlin Clark highlight reel. The audacity is so thick you could spread it on toast. On our YouTube channel, we're not here for the lazy hot takes. We're here to unpack the madness, roast the nonsense, and figure out if Angel's really on the decline or if ESPN's just salty because she's stealing their spotlight. I'll admit, I initially thought the Sky were headed for a rough season. I mean, last year they looked like they were one bad pass away from a full-on meltdown. But then I started watching closer, and there's stuff I'm liking. Stuff that's got me rethinking my whole stance. Tyler Marsh is bringing a new vibe, and the offense is starting to click like a well-timed pick and roll. They're moving Angel away from the basket, tweaking her role to make her more versatile. I've even dropped a couple of videos on our YouTube channel breaking down how this new scheme could unlock parts of her game we haven't seen yet. But ESPN, oh, they're out here playing a different game.
That offense that they ran yesterday against Minnesota is an offense that completely eliminates
one where they crown heroes and villains faster than a reality TV producer. And guess who they've cast as the tribute in their biannual Hot Take Hunger Games? Yep, Angel Reese. Let's talk about this ESPN prophecy because it's wilder than a Chicago windstorm. According to their latest list of predictions, delivered with the confidence of a street corner psychic, Angel Reese is ranked dead last. Not just low, not just mid-tier, but straight up last, like she's about to be cut from the roster and sent to sell popcorn in the stands. The logic, if you can call it that, is that as the Chicago Sky finally figures out how to play winning basketball, Angel's going to fade into obscurity. Apparently, team improvement is her kryptonite. You heard it here first, folks. When your squad gets better, your star players just disappear.
It's her impact. It eliminates her offensively, and it eliminates her grabbing rebounds.
Forget teamwork makes the dream work. According to ESPN, it's teamwork makes Angel Reese irrelevant. They're out here acting like her rebounding prowess, 13. One board's a game, mind you, is just a fluke. Like she's stumbling into double-doubles because nobody else bothered to show up. Never mind that rebounding is about timing, physicality, anticipation, and a knack for reading the ball's trajectory like it's a treasure map. Nah, ESPN's got her pegged as a one-trick pony who's about to be put out to pasture. Let's walk through this intellectual masterpiece together, because it's a doozy. The big brain take is that because the Sky added some competent players and upgraded their offensive system, Angel's not going to get those easy layups and free rebounds anymore. As if rebounding is just standing under the rim, arms outstretched, waiting for the ball to plop into your hands like a gift from the basketball gods. Tell that to Dennis Rodman, who made a Hall of Fame career out of out-hustling everyone. Tell that to Angel, who's been boxing out grown women since she was lacing up at LSU. But sure, let's pretend her 13 rebounds a night are just a happy accident.
And now, with her popularity and drawing power rapidly declining, Angel Reese is being humbled by the same media that...
What's even more hysterical is the fan base, bless their hearts, who think the Sky would be better off if Angel played less. Because obviously, the way to fix a team that's been struggling with size, toughness, and second-chance points is to bench the league's most relentless rookie rebounder. These are the same fans who probably think ketchup is too spicy and that defense is just a suggestion, like flossing or tipping your server. Reducing Angel's minutes to improve the Sky is like telling a chef to use less salt to make the dish pop. It's nonsensical. And yet, the narrative persists, fueled by ESPN's fortune teller vibes and a social media echo chamber that thrives on tearing down anyone who dares to shine too bright. Speaking of shining, let's talk about this all-talk, no-skill narrative that's been dogging Angel since her college days.
I actually like some of the stuff I've seen out of their coach so far. She's having to modify an offensive role. They're moving her out away from the basket.
Nothing screams lazy athlete like spending your off-season training with Lisa Leslie, a literal Hall of Famer. That's right. While some players were chilling on yachts or filming TikToks, Angel was in the gym with one of the greatest to ever do it, working on her layups, the one area critics won't stop yapping about. But sure, no work ethic. She probably just rolls out of bed, throws on her Sky jersey, and prays for stats to magically appear. Let's all pretend she didn't walk into the WNBA with more pressure than a pressure cooker on Thanksgiving. From the moment she made that ring gesture at LSU, she's been the media's favorite punching bag. Every move scrutinized, every word dissected, every highlight overshadowed by someone whining about her attitude. Yet, instead of crumbling, she showed up, took the hits, and set records while being micromanaged by refs, questioned by analysts, and underestimated by everyone who doesn't share her last name.
She's continuing to miss shots up close. Her field goal percentage still isn't good. She had some nice assists.
And oh, the irony. ESPN, the same network that plastered Angel's face across every social media platform and cashed in on her viral moments, is now ready to toss her into the washed at 22 pile. It's like they built her up just to knock her down, like a kid with a Lego tower. And you can't ignore the pattern here. The second a confident black woman refuses to dim her light, the narrative shifts. Suddenly, being vocal is distracting. Being dominant is overrated. Funny how that works, isn't it? Caitlin Clark jaw jacks after a three-pointer, and it's iconic. Angel flexes after a block, and it's classless. Clark gets bodied, and it's a national tragedy. Angel takes a hard foul, and it's just part of the game. The double standards are so blatant they might as well be neon lit on a billboard above Madison Street. On our YouTube channel, we've been breaking this down for weeks, and the fans are eating it up. Some of the stuff coming out of the Sky's camp is genuinely exciting. Tyler Marsh is tweaking the offense, moving Angel away from the basket to stretch her game. Yeah, she's still missing some close shots. Her field goal percentage isn't exactly lighting up the stat sheet, but she's also dishing assists and showing flashes of playmaking we didn't see last season. The risk, of course, is that her rebounding numbers might take a hit. Her fans, who live for those double-doubles, might start clutching their pearls if she's not posting 13 and 13 every night. But here's the thing. The WNBA isn't just about raw stats. It's about impact, and Angel's got that in spades. She's marketable, sure, but that's not just PR fluff.
The other day. But you also run the risk of devaluing her rebounds. And look, her fans are going to get very loud if she's not putting up those double.
Her presence on the court changes how defenses play. Opposing bigs suddenly forget how to box out. Coaches burn timeouts just to figure out how to slow her down. And she's doing all this as a rookie. The naysayers, though, they're loud. They'll tell you Angel's only in the starting five because ESPN can't stop posting her side eyes on Instagram. They'll argue that her popularity is all sizzle, no steak, and that the Sky should prioritize players who don't treat every possession like a press conference. But let's be real, Angel's numbers might dip, and that's not a death sentence. It's not regression, it's evolution. If she's grabbing fewer rebounds but dishing more assists or taking smarter shots, that's growth, not decline. The WNBA craves versatility, and Angel's showing she's more than just a rebounding machine. She's physical, competitive, and plays with a chip on her shoulder the size of Soldier Field. But to some, that's not enough. They want her to be perfect or nothing at all, and when she falls short of that impossible standard, they're ready to write her off. Let's flip the script for a second and look at the bigger picture. The WNBA is having a moment. Sold-out arenas, record TV ratings, and a cultural buzz that's louder than a Lollapalooza headliner. And Angel Reese is a big part of that. She's not just a player. She's a personality, a brand, a lightning rod. Whether you love her or hate her, you're watching her. And that's the thing ESPN doesn't get. Or maybe they do, and they're just playing the villain for clicks.
Goes the first 2 preseason games, and then this most recent preseason game. Well, the highlight tape from this most recent preseason game is